How's it going? Steve here from Big Boy Trains. I'm currently headed out to Mr. Muffin's in Atlanta, Indiana to pick up a pretty significant order. It's my first big order since I've only been in to O-Gauge railroading since Thanksgiving weekend of 2023. And today is my birthday, January 2nd of 2024. So a little over a month. Doing pretty well. Currently the layout consists of two ES-44s. The Army, thank you for your Armed Forces, thank you for your service, ES-44, and then the Canadian National ES-44, thank you for your service. The one with the red front and then a camo back half, or back three-quarters, I guess you could say. So I got a bunch of Christmas cars for the Christmas tree, kind of where this started. Originally was expected to begin 13 years ago, but as many of you know, O-Gauge railroading can be prohibitively expensive to get into. So I've thought about it many times over the last 13, 14 years, and even longer than that, but seriously considered it for about that long. And then finally just did it. I turned 44 today, and it's about time. It's a big jump to get into it, especially now. Trying to find things like the Cab 2 remote or the Cab 1L remote. I got a Cab 1L and a base 1L because the Cab 3 is just delayed. So, but yeah, so I have two ES-44s. I have about 6 Christmas cars, which will go away soon. The tree generally stays up to my birthday. And then I have a couple freight cars. I'm gonna build. It's going to be kind of a military focus, hence the thank you for your service ES-44s. So one of my trains has just the camo D8 bulldozers and then some Humvees, actually more Humvees come in today. But I want to do like kind of a deployment train, as if we're going from a military base down to port. I'm an Army veteran, flew in Black Hawk helicopters, a couple tours in Iraq. So it's kind of my blood. But yeah, so one train will be military focused. I have a big boy 4014, the new one, what do they call it? It's the excursion big boy. I forget the name of it. I think it's with R. It's not resurrected, but either way, you guys can jump in the comments. But I have that one that just arrived at Berwyn's Trains. I'll pick it up here in a few weeks. But in addition to that train on my outer loop of 072 will be the Union Pacific excursion cars. And I have all 7 of them that I'm going to pick up from Mr. Muffin's right now. And that's kind of expanded to picking up an SD90 military version, the Army Green. I wanted to get the desert camo, but it's really difficult to find a powered version. I have the other, the B unit basically, if you will, for the Armed Forces Black ES-44. I have currently at the 1775 number, and I'm picking up the 2022. So I have both of them. And then I'm picking up a set of BNSF SD70s. Lead will be powered, and then the super base unit will be my first super base unit. Kind of see how that works. See if I like it. See if I want to keep doing that going forward. What else? So we have 2 SD70s, an ES-44, SD90. I'm trying to think what else. I have a lot to pick up. Oh, a couple military cars. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Trying to put my phone away. Yeah. Some track switches. So I'm going to create a rail yard, military caboose, a little bobber caboose, a couple BNSF coal cars to go with the BNSF freight coal train, whatever I want to set it up as. And some 86-foot box cars. Picked up 3 of those. That's all they had in stock there. Probably pick up the whole set. Honestly, I probably won't get all of the ones from the most recent catalog. I think there's 10 or 11. Why not? Be big, crazy. Maybe have the SD90 run them. Maybe double head some SD90s, you know, the green camo, and if I can find the tan one, just a really big cars that are just huge. I'm trying to think what else I got. That roughly sums it up. Again, it's a pretty substantial order, about 22 boxes, 22 of the larger boxes between locomotives and freight cars. I called the other day because I wanted to ship this order, but it was between Christmas and New Year's, and it kind of took a while, as expected. We're between holidays. I don't even know if anybody was working. You know, most of us took the time off. And I called Mr. Muffins, and Steve answered. Mr. Muffin himself answered, and I'm like, you know, I asked him if I could just head out there and pick him up. You know, between the 3 orders, it was a couple $100 in shipping, because it's a lot of large items, a lot of heavy items. And he said, sure, you know, yeah, no problem. Just credit me the shipping, which is great. I'm sure there's like a tax thing in there I got to take offset. It'll probably equal out either way. I'd rather pick them up myself than ship them. Had a lot of problems. My Armed Forces ES-44, the little yellow hose on the front, so it's not really a hose. Prototypically it's a hose, but it's a metal piece broken off. And then my second ES-44, the Canadian National, that was broken off, and a step was broken off, and a couple other things. So I sent that one back, and while that was shipping back, they sent me another one, which was very kind. I got that from Hobby Speed. And the next one came with almost all the same broken stuff. I get it, shipping is rough, but it's kind of hard when you're brand new to the hobby. You pay, you know, over $1,000 for your first couple items, and they're all damaged. I get some of the stuff is going to be broken. You know, toss some CA glue on there. I get it. You know, that's normal, but still, it's just kind of puts a damper on things. So if I go pick it up, then I don't have to worry about that as much. I've had really good luck picking things up from Berwyn Hobbies. They're just outside of Chicago. It's actually Berwyn's. I think it's Berwyn's Toys and Trains. I think there's an S at the end of each one of those words. Great people there. I work with Tim a lot, work with the owners a lot, and they do a great job testing things out before I pick it and take delivery. Like my big boy that arrived. That's a separate story. I wasn't planning on getting a big boy for 2023, and this one arrived for another customer had ordered it. And it turns out it had what's a known problem with this, the program board. It wouldn't move. The board was programmed incorrectly. Turns out there's quite a few of these that are just from the factory programmed wrong. It had to be sent back to be reprogrammed, which is fine with me, but the original customer didn't want it. He never took delivery. They did the original testing like they do always at Berwyn's, and it wouldn't move. So while they were sending it back just to Lionel, I came in and you know, said if that's all that's wrong with it, just send it up for repairs. If it's just reprogramming, there's no physical damage to it, and it's a known problem, that's fine. So they did that. It was within a week, had it reprogrammed, it was back. They called me in, put it out on their layout, tested it out, showed me everything, and I asked them to please tape that box up and don't let anyone else touch it, because the next time it's opened up, it will be by me on this channel. So it is an unboxing. It will be a legitimate unboxing, but I did test it out beforehand, and I'll be just as happy and surprised when I see it again. And that'll be coming up here in the next couple weeks. But yes, the moral of that story is I'd much rather inspect things and pick them up and know they're in my hands versus FedEx or UPS or the Postal Service just tossing the box on the porch, which is what happened with my last one that was broken. I'm pretty sure that's where it's from, just being tossed around and shipping. So when the stuff comes on a pallet to the hobby shop, it's a lot safer, and then the individual poster, you know, parcel delivery people don't have a chance to play football with it. So we are now, or there's only me in the car today. I am 42 minutes away from Mr. Muffin's in Atlanta, Indiana there. I left Chicago at about 6 a.m. So then I can get there and do my conference calls and work a little bit and still be productive while driving. So we'll update you. I'll probably start filming again as soon as we arrive. All right, so I didn't get any filming done at the Muffin shop. there was a bit of confusion, and after I talked to Mr. Muffin, the Muffin Man, let him know on Saturday I was coming out, and he said my orders would be pulled. Simple mistake, it happens, you know, could happen anywhere. My orders did get pulled. I have a lot more than I expected. Had a nice credit from there that just kind of turned around and went back there. So everything was stacked nicely until I hit the brakes. But yeah, this is gonna be, it's a lot. Happy birthday to me. Now I just have to sit in traffic all the way back home.